Question: what is the realization after knowing this? Now, this is a question which all of you should ask yourself. What I am going to read, has that happened or not? If that has not happened, then know that the mind through which you are trying to study it, this mind is not pure. And you need to work harder on your mind. See, there is no way that I can, like an injection, put this wisdom in you. This is something where you need to work harder. Harder. The subtle body and its attributes, it acts like the doer of actions, meritorious and unmeritorious, and bearer of their fruits as well. Now they say it acts like the doer of actions. Acts, not in reality. Acts. The transmigration between different planes of existence, from one body to another body, this is the subtle body which will move. When one physical body is gone, this is which transmigrates to another. This is which transmigrates to another body. And different planes of existence also. There are various different planes of existence. Dispassion, equanimity, restraint, etc. are the sattvic tendencies. Dispassion will be vairagya. Equanimity will be samatha. Restraint will be dham. Are the sat. Attachment, aversion, happiness, grief, etc. are rājasika tendencies. Sleep, inertia, lethargy are the tāmasika tendencies. Hunger, thirst, disabilities like blindness, etc. Intellectual retardation or optimal or enhanced functioning. These are not me and not mine. This is realized. This is realized. Now my question is, have you realized this? Book has said it, I have read it, I have made it as clear as I can. But the question is, did you receive all this? Are you now convinced about it, that this subtle body and its functioning are not mine? The 17 elements and their functionings, whatever they are neither me nor mine. If that has not happened, you need to work harder. Question: I am not the doer of virtuous or unvirtuous actions, nor am I the one who bears the fruits of happiness and sorrow, respectively. Being the doer or the bearer are not my attributes. How does one realize this? Answer: an entity which is prone to change is subject to action, hence is called a doer. Now, who is a doer? Number one, prone to change. I want to do this, I want to do this. Very common. And I want to have bhog of this and that. I want to enjoy this or that. I want to go there and here. I want to see this or that. I want to hear this and that. The one which is prone to change. And just know this, that a mind which changes too frequently is not a good mind. Because that shows this mind is so confused. This shows that the intellect has not grown properly in this system. Hence the mind is like jumpy, like a monkey, then here and there and here and there. Now I want to do this, now I want to do this. And remember this, a very precious human life will get wasted if you don't come to that conclusion. This is it. But the doer is like that. I am not prone to any change, and being kutastha, new word. Kut means like a mountain. Stha means which is standing like a mountain, never changing. I am not subject to any action, thus I am not the doer of actions, nor am I the bearer of their fruits. These attributes are of the antakaran and not mine. I am the observer who knows this. Like an onlooker of the clay pot, who is distinct from it. Question. Transmigration between different planes of existence is not my attribute. How does one realize this? Antakaran is finite, limited. Its transmigration in different planes is dependent on its prarabdha, the karma fruits in present lifetime. And I am all pervasive like the akasha, hence it is not my attribute. Now antakaran is limited. It has its limit, which is not visible by the eyes as such, but still it has its own limit. Although, if I say that look for the limit where the mind ends and the body starts, or look in what part of your body the mind rests, very difficult. So in a way you can say the mind is kind of spread out in the whole body, but some say no, it is just here. But if somebody pokes with a knife to your hand, wouldn't you experience the pain? So if there is no mind here, how did that? Oh, say no, there are nerve signals going and they run to the brain and then the brain understands. So there are certain section of people who think that it is the brain which is doing everything. The mind is in the brain. And then some are saying, oh, there is nothing called mind, it's just brain. So if we kill the brain of a person, then there is no mind. So brain is there, mind is there. It's very, very, I would say, unwise thing to say. Antakaran is finite, limited, and this transmigrates from body to body and plane to plane. What you hear about hell and heaven, in a way they are not untrue. Why? Because these would be the planes which you will be experiencing, like what you experience in the dream state. That's true for you, not for the person who is sleeping beside you, but that's true for you or not. So the hell and the heaven, what all the religions are talking about, I would like you to give some respect to that. Don't say there is no hell, no heaven. Although I do say it myself, but that is for another reason why I say it. But this is like a dream-like state which will happen, which will be real for you. And this dream ends when your sleep ends. But these planes, experiences, are not dependent on your sleep. Hence, it might go on for hundreds and thousands of years. That's why when the Christianity and Islam says that hell and heaven are for eternity, in one way they are also correct. Why? Because when you are in pain, every second is like an eternity. So who experiences all these different planes? It is the Antakaran. Bhagavad Puran talks about many lokas. Bhagavad Puran talks about the levels of health, and there are levels also in the heaven, and there are 7 levels to it, and the more worst karma anybody has done would end up in that particular plane, which will be happening in the Antakaran and will be experienced by that Antakaran, and for that mind, that will be a 100% real experience. Don't ever have a doubt that it won't be. And the prarabdha functions as, now what is prarabdha? It is again the fruits of your karma. So as per your karmas, you will be given body or that plane, whatever it is. I am all pervasive like the akasha. Akasha means the space. So I am the all pervasive. Hence it is not my attribute. This Antakaran is not me, not mine. Hence the experiences of the Antakaran are neither me nor mine. But if you do not go deeper into it, and if you don't have the first hand drida aparoks gyan about it, and if this remains just a line which you read in a piece of information from your device, know this, your prarabdha will be twisting and twirling you in these planes, and twisting and twirling you and punishing you and rewarding here and there and punishing you and rewarding here and there. And no end to the drama. No end to the drama. This goes on. Question. Sattvic, rājasika, tāmasika tendencies are not me and not my attributes. How does one realize this? Analogy. In a palace, a craftsman erects a fountain of water for the king's entertainment. Now again, use your imagination, that will be more interesting. This is a fountain. On opening the faucet of the fountain, 3 channels of water flow out. How many? 3. Countless currents of water flow within the 3 channels. If one closes the faucet, the flow of the channel ceases, and only the spectator of the scene, the king, remains. Likewise, in the palace of cross-body, Paramatma Adhishthana Kutastha is established like a king. For his entertainment, craftsman of Maya has created a fountain of Antahakaran. On opening of the faucet of Prarabdha, when the faucet opening means when the Prarabdha begins to do its function, in the waking and the dreaming states, the 3 gunas flow like the 3 streams. Within the 3 channels, countless currents of thoughts and modifications of mind flow as well. In the state of deep sleep, the faucet of Prarabdha is closed. And only the knower of its presence and absence, that is the king, who is Ananda Swarupa Paramatma, I, remains. Thence, tendencies of sattva, rajasa and tamasa are not me, not mine. They belong to the antakarana. I am the observer who knows this, like an onlooker of the clay pot who is distinct from it. Are you feeling something? The three channels are flowing from this faucet of prarabdha in the antakaran. Rajas, tamas and sattvic. Sometimes these faucets get clogged. So maybe just 2 are opening and the third one is just dripping a bit. That is, we can call that in certain people the sattvic is clogged, and what is more is rajas and tamas. Some, the rajas and sattva is more and tamas is clogged. There are those there tamas is clogged and sattva and rajas are active. These are those people whom we call a good sadhak, who has kind of clogged the tāmasik channels in a very well way. Doesn't eat that food which enhances tamas. Doesn't drink that which enhances tamas. Doesn't sleeps in the daytime, that will develop more tamas. So the sleeping hours are regimented and is more using the body and mind to develop intuition, gaining knowledge, practicing yoga, practicing chanting, practicing pranayama. This is like we are unclogging the channel of sattva guna. Gita says beautifully, gun guneshu vartante kartaham iti manyate. The gunas are functioning with the external gunas, and you, because of wrong knowledge, are seeing this as I am functioning. So when you say, I am a very sattvic person and are proud of it, you are just speaking nonsense. If you feel guilty, I am such a bad person because I am tāmasik, even this is ignorance. When you say, I am a very hyperactive person, I am very rājasik person, you are still in that zone of darkness. You are not still addressing the truth. Raj, Tam, Sat are the three channels in the Antahkarana. And Antahkarana is formed by the Sattva Guna, the Malin Sattva Guna, little sullied Sattva Guna. And in it, Raj and Tam are also inclusive. It isn't that in a very Sattva Guna mind, still there is some Tamas, still there is some Rajas. Like I am speaking at the moment, this is a Rajoguna. To speak. Now what I am speaking will make it sattvic rajoguna, and if I begin to abuse and yell at you, that will become rajoguna. If I begin to use harsh words, then that will become tamoguna, rajoguna, active. So speaking in itself is a rajoguna. And when I sleep, it is the proactivity of the tamoguna. When the body is sleeping, the mind is sleeping, that is the time when the tamoguna takes over. Now, this is a question arises is, does a gyani sleep or not? There are some fools who say, oh no, gyani doesn't sleep. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. But they have said in a very different context. But those who don't understand the scriptures and those who read themselves, and think now they are very big scholars, they have strange ideas about it. So Gyani eats. When the Gyani is eating, is a Rajoguna Kriya. Now, what is the Gyani eating? Is it a Sattva Guna or is it a Rajva Guna? What is that? That will make again a difference. So all the activities come in the zone of Rajoguna. All the dhyana, chintan, reflection, doing any sadhana comes into the sattva guna. But say you are not doing anything at all, and your mind is quiet and calm and peaceful. That's the sattva guna state of the mind. But when it is agitated, or when it is filled with inertia and sleepiness, tamoguna. So this faucet of this fountain has three channels. And these three channels will keep on functioning as long as the prarabdha is there. It will keep functioning. But this antahkarana is not me, not mine. That is the main thing. Question. Disabilities like blindness, etc., and suboptimal or sharp perception is not me and not mine. How does one realize this? Answer. If the cognitive senses such as the eyes do not perceive their respective sense object, this is their disability, and I am the knower who is aware of it. If they perceive their objects suboptimally, this is their limitation, and I am the knower who is aware of it. If they perceive their objects efficiently, it is their adeptness, and I am the knower who is aware of it as well. So, these attributes are not me, not mine. They are attributes of the senses. I am the observer who knows this, like an onlooker of the clay pot who is distinct from it. In this manner, I am the witness of subtle body, and I am the witness of the causal body. Question. What is causal body? After waking up from deep sleep, one says, I had a sound sleep. I wasn't aware of anything. This confirms the presence of Agyana in deep sleep. Agyana is not knowing. In wakeful state, I don't know Brahm, I don't know myself, I don't know this, I don't know that. This reflects Agyana. Dreams occur in a state of sleep. The sleep itself is a form of Agyana, and thus dreams occur because of this Agyana. And this Agyana itself is the causal body. Agyana in its purest form is right there in the deep sleep, then in the dream state, and then there is, when you say, oh, I know everything, like, what do you know? How many trillion cells are active at the moment in your body? Tell me. There are more than 7 billion nerve endings in your brain which are functioning when you are thinking or listening, doing something. So how many are those properly active and functioning and how many are not? What do you know? So if I begin, you should just see this. What do you know? How was this building made? Do you know? Who designed and made this table? Do you know? From where did this chair came? Do you know? When was this mic bought and for how much price it was bought and who paid for it? Do you know? And who created it? Who designed it? Who manufactured it? Do you know? How many bricks are lined up in this one wall behind me? Who chose this design of wallpaper? Who made it? Who manufactured it? Who retailed it? Who sold it? Who bought it? Who brought it? Who pasted it? But who chose from that book of samples? Do you know? What is the degree of sun at the moment when the solar eclipse is happening? What is the degree of earth? What is the degree of moon at the moment? As now it is getting dark already outside. What do you know? When will the sun die? How long will the sun alive? When will your body die? How long will it survive? How many mistakes more you will do in your coming life? Do you know? Nothing. This is Agyana, causal body. So causal body is not something which is in a closet of the mind. It's very much functioning here also. So causal body is the Agyana. How do I realize I am not the causal body and it is not mine? I know and I don't know. These tendencies arising in the antakaran are all known to me, inclusive of the known, unknown objects along with the subjects. Thence I am not this causal body and it is not mine. The causal body is Agyana itself. I am the observer who knows it, like an onlooker of the pot who is distinct from it. In this manner, I am the witness of the causal body. So here we end our third kala. Okay. So there is now so much for you to reflect upon. And so much work to do. See, it is very good to be aware in the functioning body, but it is more important to be aware when the sleep is happening. Because the more you focus on your dreams, analyze it, see it, remember it, again and again recall it, what was that? And the experience of the dream when it was occurring. And then the experience of the sleep when that is happening. And then when the sleep is off, then the need to reflect through the memory and through the whatever residual memory you have about that sound sleep, to reflect what was that? Where was I? We lack one thing, and that is observing everything. And this lack of observation makes you a fool and makes you an Agyani. If you are propelled by your senses to do something at some things, always propelled means somebody is like kind of pushing you to do that, and then you end up do that. And then later on you regret, oh, why did I do that? Like eating too much, or sleeping too much, or speaking a lie, or being deceitful. When you do the deceit, you don't think what I am doing. Just get swept with it. You totally forget that each and every thought, each and every action of yours is being recorded by your own subconscious. And the Maya is right there in the mind itself. So we can say your every action is getting recorded by the Maya. And every action and every thought is like a seed which will sprout and become a tree and give you hundreds of fruits to eat. So like do or die situation, make sure that your mind is always in pristine, pure colors. So Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhan, Achaurya. All these properties listed in the Yama and the Niyama, the 10 altogether. The Sattva-guni treasures which are listed in the chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, again and again one should reflect on that, and one should make a very, very conscious effort that you follow that. Because again, you can't deceive anybody. Whenever you do that, you actually deceive yourself. Mind surely will have the 3 tendencies in it. It's always there. The 3 tendencies are always there. But it's in your good understanding that what is ultimately good for me, that which gives me a fleeting pleasure at this moment and later a regret, or should I choose something which is not giving me an instant pleasure right away, but is good for me. So what Shastras are saying, what Guru is saying, if somebody tries the best to follow, then surely one can be a good follower. Otherwise it's just a namesake that I am follower of so-and-so Guru. And yet I am not following anything what the Guru is saying, because I am following my own mind. In Punjabi we say the one who follows the mind is Man-mukh. Man is mind, Mukh, who gives prominence to one's mind. And then it's Gur-mukh, the one who gives prominence to the Guru. Somebody said, why such a slavery to the Guru? Well, if it seems a slavery, then please run away. But it's like the fundamentals given by the Guru, which are, end of the day, going to benefit you and you and you alone, not anybody else. Now, what do I gain? You tell me. Doing this speech every day, you tell me, what am I gaining out of it? What am I gaining? What is my profit? What is my benefit? What is my advantage in this? Reflect on that. So you need to be very, very conscious about what you eat, what you speak, how you interact with others. If by habits you lie and you deceive and you are a gossiper and you are a dirty-minded person, well, know it very clearly. It's you who will suffer, not anybody else. Many people sometimes say, oh, why do good people suffer? Let me tell you, good people never suffer. If somebody is suffering, then definitely there is some ignorance in that person. Otherwise, why would that person suffer? Hence, the 5th Guru sitting on that heated tawa, the heated skillet on which he was made to sit, by Jahangir to punish him for not accepting Islam. And Sai Mian Mir asked, Maharaj, what is happening? And he said, whatever my Ishvara desires, only that is happening. So if my Ishvara, he never said that Jahangir is bad person and you should go and kill him or do something or no, he's saying whatever my Ishvara desires for me is good for me. His body is being tortured like in a most inhumane way for just not accepting Islam. And yet Guru Maharaj is saying that I obey and abide by my God. And whatever is happening, I am not going to judge it. He was killed in this such horrendous way, and he gave away his body, but he never gave away his belief. Never gave away his belief. And in this very country, there were hundreds and hundreds of people who left their religion and became a Muslim so that they don't get killed. Their love for life was so much that they gave away their gods, they gave away their scriptures, and they adopted these foreign tyrants ruling. If the worst kind of conversion examples are to be seen, then this is the country where this all happened. I like to point out, just for the sake of record of it, that the Qazi said that in your scripture, Guru Arjan, I have heard that there are words of Allah, Rahim, Kareem, and many Arabic words which are honoring Allah. Then what is the problem to you to accept the full Islam? When the words of Arabic are there already, it is just a matter of saying that I believe in Allah, and the second statement will be that I believe in Muhammad. Guru Arjan said that when Guru Nanak said all those words, there is a count, you can Google it, you will find it. Many people have done this work. How many times word Ram or Krishna or Govind or Vaheguru is there, and how many times this. So Guru Sahib said that when Guru Nanak sings name of God in the Arabic words, that was his choice. And to whom you consider as Allah, maybe is not that one same existence. We address that existence in hundreds of names. So if in Arabic he found some great words, he used those words too. That which is showing that God is almighty, God is all true, God is the only existence. But it is not in that same connotation as you have understood. Up till now, there is no mention of meditate on God. The focus is what is God? Who are you? What is Atma? What are the three states? What is gross, subtle and causal body? Is it talking about God? But this is the most godly scripture ever. So Vichar Chandrodaya is at such a lofty heights that not every fool and nincompoop and idiot can ever understand it. And no wonder that this book was kind of lost to people, and we have dug it back and brought it out. I'm talking on to it because it is talking in a simpler language the same Vedic, Upanishadic wisdom, but in a much more organized and orderly way that even a common man can understand what it is. The greatness of Vedanta. as taught by Adi Shankar, and even before Adi Shankar, Swami Bhagavad Pad, and further Gaudapadacharya, and keep on going back, and all the sages and rishis of the Vedic time who have given us the conversations of Guru and Shishya.